Alrighty, let's get started with Module 3, Lesson 28, the problem set. And in this lesson, we are going to be uh, representing and solving three-digit dividend division with divisors of 2, 3, 4, and 5 numerically. So basically, we're dividing single digits with the digits 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, let's get started. All right, so for number 1, it says divide. Check your work by multiplying. And this time it's saying draw discs as needed. So we don't have to use the discs if we don't want to. So we just have to divide, but we do need to check by multiplying, draw discs if needed. All right, so go ahead and do the first one, and let's do our standard algorithm. 574 divided by 2. Well, let's see. 2 goes into 5 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. Subtract. And we'll bring the 7 down. And now we have 17. Well, 2 times nothing is going to equal 17, but 2 times, let's see, 2 times 8, 8 times 2 is 16. And then we're going to subtract. We get a 1. Bring that 4 down all the way. Okay, we got a 4 here. Now 7 times 2 is 14. Subtract, we get 0. And we have no remainder. So let's go ahead and add these, or add them. Let's go ahead and check it now by multiplication. So we have 287 times 2. 7 times 2 is 14. 4, and 8 times 2 is 16, plus 1 is 17, and 2 times 2 is 4, and 1 is 5. So we end up with what we started with. So yes, indeed, it checks. Okay, so our answer is 287. Okay, let's move along to the next one, B. And on B we have 800. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go down to C and just show, well, what do I mean by use place value discs if needed? Well, let's go ahead and start this one with place value discs. Hundreds, tens, and ones. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Now, you don't have to use the place value disc, so I'm just going to show you just on this one. We start off with 100, 200, 300s, 1, 2, 3, 5 tens, and 1, 2, 3, 4 ones, and we're going to divide that 2 ways. Okay, so this is just to keep in mind. If you want to use the discs, you can. Now remember, we don't have an even number to divide here, so I have to take this one over, bring it over here. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I have a total of 15 here, and I got to divide those up by 2. So I have to go ahead and let me just change colors just to show you all what's going on here. So 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. That's 4. And then I'm going to just pop these 5 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's all these. And I'll pop these 5 in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, as you'll see, I do have 1 left over here, so I'm going to have to bring that one over again. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then finally, I will have to distribute those. And I have 10, I have 14 there. So 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll end up with 7 there after I distribute all of those discs. So then my total here will be 100, and it would be 100, and see, I have 7 tens, and I have 7, and I have 7, I have 7 ones as well. Well, does that work? I don't know. See, this one is a little more iffy for me. I like doing the standard algorithm, but let's just go ahead and check that by 177 by multiplication times 2. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 2 is 14, and 1 is 15. 354, that's what we started with. So the answer is indeed 177. Okay, so I did that one by the method with using the disks, and I did the first one by standard algorithm. And I'm just going to do one more real quick standard algorithm, and then I'm going to say off to the races, and you guys go ahead and finish the rest on your own. So I'll do one more here, and that is 861 divided by 3. 3 times 2 is 6. Subtract, you get 2. Bring down the 6. And then we have 9 times 3 is 27. That's too much. 8 times 3 is 24. Subtract, you get 2. Bring the 1 down the elevator, and you get 21. And 7 times 3 is 21. I don't believe we're going to have any remainders in this lesson. So let's go ahead and have 287, which we believe is our answer. 287, and we're going to multiply that by 3. And I'll do this one partial products just so we can remember how to do that. You can do it standard algorithm, but I'm going to do a partial product. 7 times 3 is 21. And then 80 times 3, or 3 times 8 tens is 24 tens. That's 24 tens, 240. And then 3 times 200s is 600. So I'm going to go ahead and put the 600 there. And we get 1, 6, 8. So it checks off with multiplication, and I used the partial products method. So there's different ways you can do it. And if you didn't like the partial products, you can do it the regular old standard algorithm way. Oops, going cuckoo again. I'm not sure what happened there, but I was just going to do it the standard algorithm way. Times 3. 3 is 21. Carry the 2. 8 times 3 is 24. 26. Carry the 2. Times 2 is 6. 861. Okay. So go ahead and do, let's see, we got to shoot down to the flip side here. Go ahead and do D, E, F by yourself, and G by yourself, and H by yourself, and I by yourself, and J by yourself. And then we will go down to number 2 after you've done all those. So go ahead and hit pause and hit play when you're ready. Now you can use discs if you want, but I'm just going to be using the standard algorithm for these. So hit pause and hit play when you're ready. All righty, how'd you do? Well, you're going to have to scroll down each one to see how you did, and then pause it as necessary. So go ahead and check them. Again, pause it as needed. Okay, now we're going to do our word problem, and then I'll set you off to do whatever your teacher needs you to do next. All right, so Zach filled 581 1-liter bottles with apple cider. He distributed to 4 stores. Each store received the same number of bottles. How many bottles did each store receive? Were there any left over? If so, how many? So we had 581 bottles, and he gave them to 4 stores. So we're going to have to do division. And so we have 1, that's 4, 1. Bring down the 8. And 4 times 4 is 16. Subtract, we get 2. Bring down the 1. Oh, that was a weird looking arrow. Okay. And then we have 5 times 4 is 20. And it looks like we have 1 bottle left over. So that's a remainder 1. So we have Zach. Well, not Zach. Let's change that to each. Oh, this will be tricky. All right. So each shop or store, each store got each store got 145 liter bottles. There was 1 bottle remaining. And that 1 bottle remaining, Zach drank it. He was thirsty. Anyway, that's it for the day. And as always, I'll catch you next time, same place. Hasta la vista, baby. Arr, we're done for the day. So now get back to whatever you need to do. Arr. Psst, video's over. Get back to work.